My own dystonia, I think, came from a childhood brain hemorrhage. I was sliding down the banisters, as I had been told not to a million times, and missed the banisters and landed on my head. And I had an extradural hemorrhage. I'm not too sure of the medical terminology, but I suffered a brain hemorrhage, and after that, my right-hand side, I had developed a weakness in my right-hand side, which first became apparent in my right hand, and I had months and months and months of physiotherapy to try and correct the spasms in my right hand, but gradually it didn't work, and gradually my left hand would take the pencil from my right hand, and I would make the shapes of the letters with my left hand. And in the beginning, my writing was upside down, but eventually it corrected itself, so I was able to write with my left hand. So I switched from right to left. I was never a fast writer with my left hand. I never got back to the speed I should have been writing at, so I never actually finished an exam paper, which is my excuse for not studying. But it's the truth. I was never able to finish an exam because I was never able to actually complete the test in the time. So they couldn't fix my hand. School sports were a nightmare, but my mother didn't have me excused from sports, so it meant she wanted me to, I think she had my best interests at heart. She wanted me to experience as much of everything as everybody else did. So it was kind of sink or swim. And I to this day, I don't know what was worse, whether you were picked last for the hockey team because everybody thought you were crap, or to be picked first for the hockey team because everybody felt sorry for you. I'd rather have been somewhere in the middle, but both things happened. And even when I was playing hockey, I couldn't run, but I could tackle. And I took a few girls down in my time. When I was 19 years old, living in London, I slipped in the shower one day and dislocated my kneecap. And it had a fairly catastrophic effect on my right leg. And even within the plaster cast, or the cast that was on my leg, my right leg began to go into a very severe spasm immediately afterwards. And I ended up back in Dublin in Kappa Hospital under the care of an orthopedic surgeon who did an operation. I'm not even sure what the operation was, something to do with my Achilles heel. I think he opened up the back of my ankle and took out the muscle and stretched it, or something like that. I don't know, you medical people will know. But it was horrendous. Like, the pain afterwards was so severe that I decided then that I would never have children, because if childbirth is the worst pain, then I wasn't going to risk any pain worse than the pain I had after that operation. And it was shortly after that that I came to the attention of Dr. Hutchinson, who within 5 minutes diagnosed that I had dystonia, and thereafter started my treatment, which was a lot of physiotherapy, and then later the miracle of Botox. I'm 48 years old, but my right arm and my right leg are about 35, thanks to Botox. They kind of look the same, but I was very grateful for that. I would say to people who have dystonia, or who have any disability, in fact, that you must do what you can do. Like, there are so many aids. I've written 2 books, and I've typed them with one hand, and people keep saying, oh God, that's amazing, you typed 2 books with one hand. But it's really not that amazing when you consider that Shakespeare wrote his entire works with one hand and a feather, and no spell check. So really, it's, there are things. Christopher Wren designed, St. Paul's Cathedral without the help of any of the modern equipment that we have today. So I think Sorry, I think I'm developing that nervous voice thing we were talking about because I better calm down. I'll have a drink, thanks. That's really all I have to say. I'm not going to delay you, but I would just say to people, you know, if you don't need a disabled parking pass, don't get it. Because the day you get it is the last day you'll walk anywhere. If you don't need medical aids, don't get them. Do what you can do. Don't let your disability overshadow your ability. We can all do things. There is nothing that we are not capable of, and there are ways around everything, and particularly with today's technology, there's really not an excuse. We can all achieve our dreams and our goals without giving in to a disability. Thanks very much. Thank you.